I will admit I did see bits and pieces of the intro so far, sort of half watching a couple of streamers. So I sort of know the general plot for the intro, but I'm gonna let it play out anyways. Although I did notice the person running at the top there. So some of this is gonna be new. What is this game? This is Sifu. This is the next game by the developers of Absolver. So it's basically, if you wanted to give it an extremely watered down description of what it is, which may not be super accurate, at its core, it's like a refined version of what you see with Absolver's combat. Like very like I know Kung Fu, Bruce Lee, Matrix style battles. I don't think the controls are going to be like Absolver though. So far, I don't know. I'm auto locked on, I guess. Can I unlock? No. LB. YB. What is? It's the back. Okay. Is it? Hold on. Is it actually giving me? No, those are Xbox prompts. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was giving you Switch prompts or not. Currently using a Switch Pro controller, and I finagled it to work through Steam through the Epic Launcher.
Who are you?
Oh, it's a.
Get out of my way.
Leave him to me.
Oh, I see. You end up blocking otherwise.
No!
Is it closer? It looks okay. So, it kind of seems like the say LB to deflect parry, but trying to think like I'm trying to figure out what the input is here. Is it supposed to be like Sekiro? Yeah, the timing is just really tight. Yeah, you see it do a red flash. Is my volume set really low, or is the game just really low? Let me actually check the settings before I start messing around with this too much. Whoa, that's bright. How do I get to like regular settings? Here we go. That might be a bit better. Oh, interesting. They have a force mono setting. Oh my god, some of these look like straight, like just faster versions of Absolver stuff. Not all of it. I mean, Absolver was just literally just like a lot of very well animated, like pretty standard fare martial arts moves. So it makes sense that if they just have more well animated martial arts moves, like Meilua and stuff, then of course it'll look similar. The funny thing is that you even see a lot of the sort of like, you see sort of a refinement of Absolver's like visual style, that sort of like watercolor-esque presentation. Luckily, in this case, the world is not like tilted and at weird angles, and this is a lot more coherent and legible.
I thought you said they'd put up a fight. I'm barely breaking a sweat.
Don't be so arrogant.
Look at this guy. Did I hear... You read the first thing. You're considering giving Absolver a second chance. I would say focus on the PvE. PvP for Absolver can be frustrating. I think, unfortunately, the community kind of ran it into the ground. There is sort of a very elitist, exclusive community right now, and they have very strong opinions, and they don't. They react very harshly if you don't agree with them. If you want to do your own thing, especially for streamers, they have this perspective of like, if you're not playing the game that they want you, like in the way that they want you to play it, then you're doing the game a disservice. Rather than letting you play and enjoy it, they will focus on making the experience worse for you. In fact, I had posted a review on the Steam review, and I had a link to like details about like my thoughts of the community and stuff and things that could be improved. And I guess the link to a Google Doc got reported because you click on it and they say like Steam has determined this link to be potentially malicious or whatever. So what I'm going to have to do at some point is to make a super condensed review that explains that stuff within the character limit for the review, or I'm going to have to just make a video explaining it and like do the commentary there, because it's very unlikely to when you post reviews, you can post videos more easily, like attach them to reviews. So might have to do that. Second thing, did I hear people are still finding new bits and pieces of interesting stuff in Echoes of the Eye? No, I sort of tuned out the moment I stopped playing it. Not because I didn't enjoy the DLC for Outer Wilds. I definitely had there were some pain points with it for sure. RT is rush. Oh, that even gives you your dash too. It's an all-in-one fast move button. I really wish Absolver had succeeded though. Their launch was so harsh. They had way too many people way too excited, and I don't think they were able to handle. I don't think they were able to recover after the fact. Absolver feels great to play. Like I want that game to have a giant rich community. I want that game to have like 4,000 CCU at least. I would go back. And that was one of those things where it's like it's a shame that I'm not one of those bigger streamers who could play the game regularly and bring their own community. Because if I could bring in like 400 viewers regularly to Absolver, I would play it more often. Even if I had to deal with like the toxic community members who are trying to turn people away. I was trying not to post the spoilers in another game. Come on, don't post spoilers here for other games. I want to try to keep that separate.
What the hell is that? Get him now!
Oh, I guess I could have blocked that too. I could have deflected it. Yeah. Or I'll just kill everybody. Be a bit of a learning experience, I think. RB. Oh yeah. So you're... Oh, does it release the moment you... Does it throw the moment you release? Or I guess you just kick it. So is RB just a, like... Yeah, okay, so there's no picking stuff up. You're just chucking whatever's in front of you in some direction. So it's sort of like... It's actually very much like what Mortal Kombat did, where you have like a button to interact with the stage. Be there in a minute. I don't know why I'm so like interested in looking around at all this random stuff here. Oh, can I go upstairs? Would that be a thing? It's fully locked off. Okay.
Yang! How dare you set foot in here again?
Yang is our name now?
Never have come back.
Nice to see you. It's been a while.
Get him!
Getting a little better. Oh, you have iframes and you do that too, yeah. Okay, so I was trying to figure this out. I haven't quite worked it out yet. There is definitely like a, you could call it a like a posture system or something. The few Jackie Chan films where he perfectly kicks objects. Yeah, that's what I think that's basically the Jackie Chan button. Something else, there was like a prompt that came up that said like run up walls or something wall or not exactly sure what. Some prompt that I missed. No, I know, yeah. I know Jackie Chan does his own stunts and gets very hurt as he does stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about Jackie Chan. I could swear that I heard some stuff that said like he was like extremely rude to his son or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. I don't know if his son, if that's just because he's harsh and has high expectations, or because I don't know the whole story behind it, but like it didn't sound super nice.
Where is he?
Oh, just like that, huh? I think, oh.
Stop.
Yang. Of course.
You must be the dude at the top of this.
You've gotten slow, Sifu.
There's a name drop.
You know why I'm here, don't you? Just step aside.
Also,
Mistake. I should never have taught you. Now you know too much. By returning here tonight, you've given me a second chance. This time, I will do what I must.
yep, here we go. What was I gonna say though? Having, what does this even do? Oh. Oh, alright. Yeah, this is full on. This is full on posture. Oh, it's a select point. Yeah, I recognize this shit. Absolver got a lot of this stuff like really accurate move-wise. I mean, I'm totally fine having more games use posture as a system. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. I'm having trouble figuring out what Yang's
When I look into your eyes,
posture
I
is.
see nothing. Angry child.
Thought I'd dodge that. Oh, okay, yours is the bottom, okay. Kind of reminds me of something between it's something between the systems that it's between Sekiro and Yakuza 0. Kind of what it feels like. It feels like this fight feels like a Sekiro version of the Kuze fight. So if we're fighting Sifu, then I guess we're not the good guys. Right? Because we're not like... We wouldn't have just won the game.
Show yourself.
Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, that must have been... This is probably not the... In 2022, this is probably not the best distinction of choices here for your character. I kind of feel like they probably should have just did a silhouette or something. Choose body type A or B or whatever. Some of that felt very much like they were setting them up to do like a box art shot. I can't move the cursor out of the way, but I want to. So this must be either what was in the box, or at the very least, the whatever is allowing you to come back over and over again. Whatever, I guess, deducts age for life. I missed what he said because I was blinking. Did he said father or grandfather? Oh, they're saying it. This kind of looks very much like a botanist. This that intro was so beginning to like. It was so much like the beginning to like X and A. On a stunned or parried opponent, okay. It's like the beginning of like a martial arts anime. Like, I kind of in my head, I kind of feel like Avatar or something, but I've only seen like one, a few episodes of the first one. Trying to think, is X and A? Okay, you know what it is. This is Xbox input. That's what's messing me up. There we go. Botanist, huh? Are these just archetypes? LB. Oh no. LB. Oh, button. This is like cult input almost. It's like directional cult. Down up X? Oh, I see. What? Okay, hold on a sec. It says you hold LT. But that's not. They say L. Oh, I see. You just literally, it's literally like a motion input. This is tricky. Oh, I see. Damn, okay. You have to do it after the sweep. This is kind of a cool way to do a tutorial like that. Like just build it into your intro. He has like feints. Oh, those are full on guard breaks too. Looks cool. Who are you? I wonder who you're training with, or like you. Did they leave? I wonder where you are at this point. Hmm. Just resume in. 2 zoom levels. I want granularity in my zoom levels, please. Sean the Fighter. Met him several times when you were a kid. When I was a kid. Our fathers knew each other as kung fu masters. I can't believe he took part in their deaths. He's involved in an event called The Burning, taking place in the club. I'll need to get there early when it's not too crowded. An infamous nightclub in the city. The owner is a good friend of Sean's. I remember his father complaining about the guy's attendance in school. It appears the clientele aren't much better. Seems like there is a lot of room for you to pick up, like, notes and stuff. Bicycles. Wait a second. For your current run, I wonder if this is actually roguelite then. Once the skill's been bought, you can consolidate it to be unlocked across your runs. Okay, so I guess there must be... Oh, maybe runs then are just like... You start everything over after you die. With your... You keep your skills. But you start the run over again. After each death, the pendant increases its death counter. Then, when rising, you age the same number of years. As the years increase, the pendant gradually loses its power and the coins eventually break. Once there are no more coins remaining, you cannot rise again, and your next death leads to game over. Structure is posture, okay. Pact it each time you're hit. Take too many hits, structure will break. Okay, so you're basically defenseless, guard broken. Avoiding attacks regenerates a small amount. Okay. Okay, so structure is your... Yeah, so this is literally posture. Which I'm totally cool with. Choose the level you want to start from among the ones you've unlocked. You'll start at the youngest age you were when you reached it, huh? Skills and upgrades unlocked during previous runs will be lost, but all items and intel on the detective board, as well as permanently unlocked skills, will be retained. Some attacks can be punished by performing the right defense, deflect or avoid. Deflect will parry it, leaving the opponent open. Avoid slows down time. Any hit on an enemy. So it's sort of like the funny thing is that this is basically like deflect is Forsaken, avoid is Windfall. Stunned opponents cannot defend themselves, leaving them open to attacks. Several stuns in a row can lead to a dazed state where opponents cannot defend. Oh, so okay. Okay. So it's a bit more complex than like Windfall would be. Used to be the squats. It used to be an industrial district. Once work dried up, everyone left. Gangs took over and it became a no-go zone. So okay, so in that case then it's not just like another dojo or something. This is just some gang who maybe got trained up by Yang. Refuge for the terminally ill. It grants them access to a range of traditional healing methods to try to alleviate their pain. It has gained a strange reputation over the years thanks to its so-called medical miracles. Yang. Trained and raised by my father and Sifu. We were close. He taught me a lot over the years. He disappeared with his wife and daughter when I was still a child. He came back years later and murdered my father in cold blood. He now lives above the city and runs a traditional healing center, but he doesn't appear to be in touch with the world. Jin Fang. Alongside my father, Jin Fang was highly renowned and respected among the city's kung fu masters. She was always the first to defend the underprivileged and helpless, and always held a strong sense of justice. I don't know why she turned against them, but she will pay for that. Now she has become the head of a vast and extremely powerful corporation. She's still helping those in need, albeit with greater means, but her sudden increase in wealth is very suspicious. The highest building in the city, located in a recently constructed district. Jin Fang in her office on the top floor, has her office on the top floor of the building. The artist. Kuroki's past is hard to investigate. All I know is that she is Japanese, and rumors tie her to the underworld. The underworld world. Something must have happened to force her into exile here in China. She now runs an art museum. She works there day and night on her most ambitious exhibition yet. Brand new high-class building, financed privately. Okay, I think that's probably all we got right now on the board here. That was hold on a sec, I found another bug. Yeah, okay, so you see what the bug is? Hey, thanks for the raid, guys. Assuming you're in here already, I don't know, Jerp seems to jump the gun with the raid notifications. Now that I got it working in the first place. Can anybody see the bug, though? It's a simple one. I might be a bit predisposed to being able to notice these things. Hey, Yays. And thanks for the raid. So the bug is that if you look at the little button, all the little button hints in the bottom right, and let's say, for example, you're already zoomed in, right? So like if you do this, you go out, it's fine, right? But if you're already zoomed in, and you look at an article and then go back, the prompt that says zoom in should say zoom out. And if I try to zoom in again, it fixes it. And actually a bunch of other stuff doesn't quite work as well. Like zoom on, like A to zoom on item should only show up. Or what was it? What's the extra option here that's missing? Like a fourth item they show. Actually, even the spacing changes. You notice that? You don't need to move the hints left and right like that. You can reserve a certain amount of space. Oh well. Is it fully out? Yeah, it's out. I'm nitpicking because I used to work on UI for like 10 years. So it's like I'll notice the small stuff like that. Yeah, right now it's a zoom out and zoom in here. Yeah, I'm just I spent so much time working on game UI that I would get dinged for that stuff, so I just notice it. There's our Sifu. I wanted to make a pun like I Sifu, I beat it. I wonder if it's Faryar or Fajar. Machete Mustache, who? He's the one who cut my throat that night. He's first on my list. He works for a gang as a botanist and never leaves that warehouse. I wonder what kind of botany you're doing here. I don't think I can go there. Like, I can only just pick up the note. Oh, right here, just like that. I'm looking at the map just like that. Okay. Before I do, though, guess this is just some simple practice. Oh, it literally puts you in training. Man, that's so weird. Some of the stuff feels like it kind of feels like I'm trying to think how to word this. Like, a lot of this stuff has been brought forward from Absolver, even in how it moves, how the I almost kind of like, I don't think it's probably not like this. It's probably not like the same version of Unreal, but I feel like some of the underlying behavior, or some of the code, or some of the design logic is similar and brought forward. So your skills tree is literally a skill tree. 20 years old. Oh, so if whatever move you're doing with these focus attacks, you always have to just hold the button and move around to it. All right, let's get in there. Let's pop a squat. There was I don't want to nitpick too much. Can I like look around, or are we just looking at the scene?
They've blocked the entrance to the warehouse. Need to find another way inside.
It's weird after having Absolver characters covered in masks for so long. Looking at the characters with like actual mouth movement is interesting now. It's like even in like Dark Souls 2 and towards 3 where you finally started seeing them pick that up a bit. I mean, not that like Alvina and Andre didn't have mouth movement in Dark Souls 1, but
Nothing here for you. I warned you, asshole.
it's funny how you just don't. It sticks out. You don't get used to it. I wonder if that's contextual. Did I bring him up against the Did I bring them up against the little, what do you call these things? The guard post? You know, the thing for to prevent people from bumping their cars into stuff. These things. I think hitting people on this was contextual. Kind of feel like that. Oh man. Obstacle trash. I hope this is the visual trend that they go with. If they ever get a chance to do a second Absolver game, I hope this is the direction that they go. Or like it still has that kind of like stylized appearance, that sort of like somewhat semi-watercolor-esque presentation. But like it's so much more fleshed out. Based on some of the trailer material and some of the videos, I wasn't really sure what they were going to be doing with the visuals for this game. I think I never looked quite hard enough to really know what I was looking at detail-wise.
Hey, you!
Hey, come on, come on. Pretty sure I have some of that, actually. Hold on a sec. Do I? There we go. I've got a bunch of stuff from fighting games, actually. Like, the English dub for Akuma in Street Fighter 4. I've got a bunch of stuff from Fighter's Destiny. Killer Instinct. Whoa, there. Okay, so yeah. Wow, man, what was the input for that? R1, I guess. Yeah. Oh, breaks too. Okay.
Junkies. I don't think they'll be a problem.
What do they have like drug-induced rage though? What do they can't feel or pay attention to pain? Also, I was wondering how you'd pick stuff up, and it wasn't just the button to kick stuff. Morning. I don't see you moving. This is very pointed over turn. I should browse a bit. I don't. You know, actually, it's probably the case that. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was going to say, it's probably the case that there is a bit of wandering around in this game. I'm sure it's not a straight shot, even in the beginning. I guess it could be. Hey. So if you, I guess you get to drop somebody, their posture isn't there. Start. Okay, I'm starting to get a much better idea.
I can make it. Just need to run at it.
I don't know what the button is to jump though. Or I guess you just do it automatically.
How'd you get in here?
I jumped, didn't you see? You were looking in my direction.
Not so tough after all.
I think I very much like the lack of locking on in this. Wait, no, that's not right. Yeah, I'm trying to get some of the advanced inputs in. What does it say though? the lack of locking on and just kind of like pointing the left analog stick in the direction of who you want to hit. It feels very much like fighting groups of enemies in Absolver in like the best of ways. Where like, especially if you play Forsaken and Absolver and you fight groups of enemies, whoever you're locked onto, if you parry towards them, not even like which arm they're using or whatever, you'll get the parry, which means that it becomes very easy to parry multiple targets at once. And then, like, even if you're locked onto somebody, you can still, like, hit the button and then aim in the other direction, and it'll hit whoever it is, as you're, like, still dealing with the first person, and then parrying, you know, whoever it is on either side. And, it was one of those things that made me wish there was more PvE in Absolver just to do that over and over again. Purple Mist. Oh, does it start? The drug produced here. It appeared a few years after the death of my father, and its use has increased dramatically throughout the city. It was really, really tricky actually to play something other than Forsaken versus multiple enemies.
Open up.
Oh shit. Oh, that literally, wow, okay, that was quick. Holy crap. Alright. I'm not giving up. I'll chunk a I'll break one of my death coins. And hey, Terra. Yeah, that's a lot of drugs for sure. But they're apparently dealing, so. Okay, you're invulnerable during all that. It's funny how I recognize some of these moves. Like, some of the stuff is so distinctly, very distinctly Absolver. Oh yeah, even the break moves or whatever. I can't remember which one's guard break and which one's break moves, but.
Insane.
That can't be possible.
Yeah, oh shit, it even has the fucking Falcon Punch looking thing.
Nerves get the better of you.
Hey, Cannon. Did you, have you done another Bloodborne PSX stream since the last one? I caught a bit of one. It's kind of funny, like, as much as I absolutely loathe my experience with regular Bloodborne, I kind of am half curious about the PSX one. It even runs better. And it has a PC port.
Fat fuck calls me every 2 seconds to check in. I pity.
It's funny, I haven't played Absolver in enough time to remember half of the names of the moves that I'm seeing. But it's satisfying to see him again, because man, like... Absolver's combat felt great. I just... Oh man, I just want more people playing it so that there's a good community. That game has been a sore spot for me, not because it wasn't a great game, but because the community ran it into the ground. I want to become a big streamer just to bring games like that back. There's a lot of like hidden gems or underappreciated games or whatever that like, if I was regularly pulling 400 people into a stream, then I would totally... I would be bringing these games back.
Stop him! For fuck's sake!
Oh, come on. I gotta get a better view. I gotta get a better idea of where your health is. You die so soon, and I'm not sure if there's a distinct health bar on your character. It's not, it's not the same. It doesn't have a lock system. It's like playing Absolver entirely unlocked with some other changes. It doesn't have the, like, the grid stuff. Or what do you call it? Yeah, the stances, I should say, yeah. Hey, Callion.
Nerves get the better of you?
Here we go. Didn't expect to die so soon, but I also am struggling to figure out where, if your health is displayed somewhere, or you just have to be perfect.
I'm getting closer.
The moment you get guard broken, I feel like you're very vulnerable to getting killed instantly. I mean, like, I've really been trying to eyeball up and down the screen to figure out where if you have a health meter of any sort. I wanted to. Yeah, I thought there was gonna be something there that wasn't just like playing cards and beer, but I guess not. Oh, also running is not like clicking and left stick and stuff. Like, so I guess the control scheme is not very similar to Absolver at all, but some of the feel of how you use it is similar. It's just way faster. Oops. Sort of Jade Dragon. Health on takedowns, I kind of want. Max age to unlock. Score to unlock. No. Wait, where am I at? I'm good. I can get all of it, or I can't get that. Reset your death counter to 0. Okay. Doing away with the online component could be a very good choice. Not having the online component to a game like this means that you can be faster. I don't know, unless they get like rollback or something, and then who knows? Like if they did Absolver 2 and had rollback netcode, which I think is feasible. If the game stays more or less one versus one, then it might be possible. I know. Didn't like Rivals of Ether or one of those games have a? Or actually, you know what? You know what it is? It's freaking Nickelodeon whatever has rollback. And that one has like actually good. That one has rollback with multiple players. I'm gonna do that. I'm taking that. Am I able to? Oh, I can just do them right here. Okay. But fighting game communities can't be solved. They technically can. I think it needs a team that can afford to do the moderation. But as the game is launched, like Absolvers, even with their Discord, the official Absolver Discord had a lot of negative stuff happening. Not only a lot of like very elitist, very rude things, but like they were doing things like questioning people's gender identity and stuff, and like that never got moderated out at all. So it's like it was basically like a 4chan community, and that's just totally not cool. Strong sweep focus. Powerful strike to the enemy's knee. I think if Absolver had a better launch and had just a teensy bit of extra support post-release, I think it would have been in way better shape. But unfortunately, like, the launch was so rough, and the the features that they added towards the end of the game kind of needed to be there at launch, and the game just couldn't stand without those feet. But like, the game has such a strong core. I wish it had legs. And maybe if Sifu does well, I hope it does. So far, Sifu is looking great, and I kind of feel like Sifu is kind of like the single player game that is able to be a. I don't want to say necessarily accessible, because people people conflate accessibility with ease. I think this is going to be a game that shows how robust Absolver and that type of gameplay can be, and it'll be in a format that is digestible for everyone, where like you won't be turned away by community. You won't need a multiplayer infrastructure. You can do it at your own pace. You're not at the mercy of other players. You're not at the mercy of the player count. You could just go ham with something that is like shows how good they are at this sort of stuff. Shows how satisfying a combat system that Slow Clap can make. And hopefully that will be like, okay, now that we've shown that, we're going to make a new multiplayer game, and we're going to have a bit more robust infrastructure, and we're going to plan for people jumping on it to the degree that Absolver had. Absolver probably had, I would imagine, it would be a low number to suggest that they had 10 times more players than they expected at launch. Like, that's probably understating how many people wanted to play Absolver at release. I feel like that's what they're actively going for. The game is single player. You do with the player count. Yeah. Like, that's why single player games, especially for indies, are so much better to do, especially as your first game. Like, anybody who's considering doing an indie game as... Nobody told me my fucking avatar broke. It hasn't been animating the entire time. What happened? Is that just totally... Let me reconnect. I must have had connection issues at some point. Bring that back. Is it working? No. I'll reload the thing. Is it working now? No. It totally broke. Is Discord having issues? Is that what happened? Does anybody know if Discord is having connection issues? One more time. It's totally broken. What about the other one? Is the other one working? No. It shook for a second. Oh, you know what? This one I gotta enable before it works. I think something broke. Hold on. There we go. No. Something microphone-wise must have broken then. Because even the one I wrote is not working anymore. Yeah. What happened? How did I break this? One more time. Yeah, nope. It totally fucked. You know, it blinks because of the... Yeah. Wow. I guess I'm going to kill that for now, I guess. That sucks. If I go back to this scene, does it work? No. Well, shit. One more test real quick to see if I can fix this. Is the... Oh, the microphone's broken. Microphone's not showing any response on it. I think something happens. I want to see if this breaks OBS. If I reconnect and like physically disconnect and reconnect the microphone. And then see... Oh, now it works. Well, somehow the microphone stuttered and died. I'm not sure how. Anyways, what I was saying. I have zero trust in any indie developer making their first game multiplayer because either they don't have the experience, or they don't have the infrastructure, or they don't have the trust to have players jump into a multiplayer experience and have it be good. So I'm very happy to see Slow Clap do a single player game now, because I think this is going to give them the legs to stand on to say, now that we've had free access, free reign to make an interesting, robust, melee oriented game. Man, all these inputs are ridiculous. Well, not these ones, but I'm afraid of having to remember all of these. Chasing strikes. How much XP do I have? But yeah, I want Sifu to do well, and I want Slow Clap to have resources, and I want them to try another multiplayer game afterwards. And I would love to be able to provide feedback to help them provide, either give them lists or provide them feedback for the lists for the features that they need to put in to make their multiplayer robust. Not necessarily how the game plays, but things like, how do you match with players? How do you, if it's Absolver-esque, how do you gain moves? How do you organize players? How do you encourage players playing with each other or playing regularly? Like, I can provide that information, you know? As someone whose life has been consumed by outdated Yakuza games, those moves look juicy. The funny thing is that a lot of these moves are very reminiscent of stuff. I don't want to. It's probably not as simple as that, but it almost kind of looks like they took some of the same animation data and sped it up, and the same animation data from Absolver. And because Absolver had such great looking moves, not this one, but I'm totally fine with them if they were reusing a lot of animations from Absolver, like the dude who goes to swing. The dude who goes to swing at the main character there, some of those moves are just so reminiscent, but then again, like, a lot of martial arts moves are going to look very similar. The same names moves, because that's what they like. Getting the form right is going to result in something that animates very similar. Yeah, I personally, I don't care about reusing stuff, especially if it looks good. I recognize that's slide kick for sure. But yeah, I'm absolutely fine with reusing animations. People who complain about asset reuse in games are usually complaining about one of two things: either they don't know how game development works, or the asset reuse is just maybe a little bit too obvious. But getting shit out the door is more important than having a unique animation for every footstep. I kind of feel like putting the staff so early and so prominent in the game is almost like a reference to people complaining about Absolver not having a staff. Also, staffs look cool, so I'm kind of fine with that. Yeah, it's always like a bullshit nitpick complaint. It's never anything so real. I think I'm gonna grab, I'm probably gonna grab, where is it? The chase one, chase punch, or whatever it's called. Chasing strikes, yeah. Permanent unlock for 5,000. Let me hold off. I should think about how death works in this game first before I do anything I shouldn't. I'm totally fine with, like, if an animation already looks great, like, keep using it wherever it fits. If an asset, like otherwise it's like you need a unique texture for every random, like, blade of grass or whatever. I think it's bullshit nitpick. More of you managed to fuck it up even when cutting corners. Well, I mean, but like, everybody is attempting to reuse stuff as much as they can, and that's not cutting corners. Like, reusing assets is how shit occurs, and like, it's the reason why, like, you can afford to draw grass on the ground ever. You know, it's like, if you couldn't, if everything had to be 100% unique, games wouldn't exist. I have no clue where I'm going now. I've totally gotten lost here. Certain, yeah, well, Yakuza, yeah, that's true, yeah. Yakuza is like the master of asset reuse. It's amazing. Broom staff? Like, they're honestly, like, there should be a GDC talk about how well they reuse everything in that game. They have so much good asset reuse. I'm surprised I haven't seen anything on GDC about Yakuza games. Because damn, like, the quality of asset distribution in that game is amazing. On top of, actually, they're like, even the unique stuff they do, for example, when they do the super high detailed, like, FMV face textures, they have the best looking, like, face detail and, like, well executed, like, modeled faces and stuff, imperfections and blemishes and stuff. I don't know if I've seen a game that makes faces look better than Yakuza. Too many like pretty faces in games. I want people who like have like scars or puck marks and stuff. Yeah, I'm only really reflecting on Yakuza 0, so like maybe the prior games weren't so great, but damn, like the 0 and even 7 look great. I gotta play 7. I fell off the wagon with that. This is the... Okay, maybe it was just the other side of this. Or maybe I can get on the... No, can't get... Oh, what does that say? Let's see, maybe I can get on the ceiling here. Give no fuck. Stray dogs. 3. Atom crack. Don't forget, go home. One of them just has piss, and it's in yellow. Yeah, I'm gonna be jumping on 7 first. Like, I don't think I don't think I want to jump straight to Kiwami or whatever, because I think I need some gameplay variety. I definitely, like, I mean, it's a mix of things. Some of it was that with Yakuza 0, I very much regret not having recorded all that. I let the VODs fall off of Twitch, and I wasn't, like, saving them locally. That's a massive gripe of mine. I had a few month period where I just wasn't saving shit, because I just kind of was streaming and bullshitting and not feeling like I could save any of it and make it worth anything. Man, why do I keep going around in circles? Okay, well, you know what? Actually, this is where I came in, and they're doing stuff. Gotta kind of retrace my steps here.